Have you ever been in a situation where the world around you feels like it's about to implode? The kind of moment when everything seems perfect, but then suddenly something happens that threatens to unravel it all. What do you do when you witness a shocking incident, something that could completely change the atmosphere of an event? Do you step up and take charge, or do you let the chaos consume everything? Well, that's exactly what happened when Melania Trump, former First Lady, was attending a charity gala. What she witnessed there stunned everyone. But what she did next, it was nothing short of extraordinary, and it inspired millions around the world. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more incredible stories of grace, strength, and leadership. Today's video focuses on a moment that took place at a high-profile charity gala attended by Melania Trump. While the night was meant to be a celebration of generosity and goodwill, it took an unexpected turn when an incident occurred that had the potential to derail the entire event. But what Melania did next didn't just stop the situation from escalating, it turned it into something truly inspiring. Stick around to hear how Melania's leadership and compassion changed the course of an evening and left a lasting impact on everyone who witnessed it. It was a chilly evening in New York City, and the grand ballroom of a prestigious hotel was filled with some of the most influential people in the world. The atmosphere was electric, as guests dressed in their finest evening wear mingled and shared their excitement about the causes they were there to support. The charity gala was set to raise millions of dollars for various humanitarian projects, and everyone in the room had one goal in mind: to help others and make a meaningful difference. Melania Trump, as always, arrived with grace. Her elegant appearance and poised demeanor made her the picture of composure in the bustling crowd. As she walked through the room, she exchanged pleasantries with guests and greeted the other prominent figures in attendance. This was a night of unity, of kindness, and of giving, and Melania was fully immersed in the spirit of the event. But then, just as the evening seemed to be at its peak, something unexpected happened that threatened to derail the entire event. A well-known social media personality, an outspoken critic of Melania's husband, stormed into the room with a group of supporters. At first, people thought it was just another publicity stunt, something designed to get attention. But things quickly took a turn for the worse. This protester, holding a sign that read, "Stop the Corruption," began shouting accusations at the event organizers and Melania herself. The words were loud, pointed, and filled with anger. "You all pretend to care about charity," they shouted, "but you're just a part of the system that's broken." The entire ballroom turned in shock as the protester's voice echoed through the space. For a moment, the room fell into stunned silence. The event that had been filled with so much goodwill and celebration now felt charged with hostility and tension. The guests, some of whom had been moved by the cause, were now uncertain of how to respond. Should they remain silent? Should they take action? The protesters' words cut through the atmosphere like a knife. While many in the room were unsure of how to react, Melania Trump stood there, watching the situation unfold. But unlike many people who might have let anger or frustration take over in such a situation, Melania remained calm. She didn't flinch, and she didn't let her emotions get the best of her. Instead, she took a deep breath and quietly made her way toward the protester. As Melania approached, the room grew even quieter. All eyes were on her as she stood face to face with the protester. The man was still holding his sign and shouting his grievances, but as he looked into Melania's eyes, something shifted. She spoke softly, but with authority. "I understand that you're upset, and I hear your anger, but this evening is not about hate. It's about helping others, making a difference, and showing that we can come together for the greater good. If we all spend our time focusing on our differences, we will never achieve anything." Her words, spoken with such quiet power, were a stark contrast to the noise and anger surrounding them. It was a calm and measured response, and the crowd, which had been waiting to see how this would unfold, now found themselves captivated by Melania's leadership. For a moment, the protester didn't know how to respond. The force of Melania's calmness had defused the situation in a way that no one expected. What could he say in return? He had come to cause a scene, to challenge the status quo. But here was Melania, the very person he was protesting relaxing, speaking to him with empathy and clarity. After a few moments of silence, the protester lowered his sign. He didn't apologize, but he didn't shout anymore either. Instead, he simply nodded and walked away, leaving the room in stunned silence. The tension that had built up just moments before began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of calm that spread across the ballroom. Melania's reaction had shifted the entire energy of the event. What could have been a night marred by confrontation and anger was instead a night that reminded everyone in the room of the importance of staying composed, of seeking solutions instead of escalating problems. As the event continued, people were still talking about what had just happened. Melania's ability to stay calm in the face of adversity, her ability to rise above the anger and deflect the negativity, left a lasting impact on those in attendance. It was a moment of leadership that extended far beyond the event itself. Those who witnessed it left with a renewed sense of hope, not just for the success of the charity, but for the power of compassion and understanding. Melania's actions didn't just stop the disruption. They turned it into a powerful lesson for millions. People around the world who later saw the footage of her response were inspired by her calm demeanor and her unwavering commitment to peace and goodwill. It was a reminder that sometimes the most effective way to handle a difficult situation is not with anger, but with grace. So what can we learn from this moment? It's a reminder that leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's not about shutting others down or forcing your beliefs on someone else. True leadership comes from the ability to stay calm in the midst of chaos, to hear the concerns of others, and to approach every challenge with compassion and empathy. Melania Trump showed us that it's not always about having the last word. It's about making sure that when we speak with purpose, with understanding, and with respect. She didn't let the protester control the situation. Instead, she took control of it with a message of unity, reminding everyone that we all share a common goal: to make the world a better place together. This night at the charity gala wasn't just about raising money for a good cause. It was about witnessing what true leadership looks like. When faced with a challenging moment, Melania Trump didn't back down. She didn't escalate the conflict. She responded with grace, and in doing so, she turned a potentially chaotic moment into an opportunity for reflection, growth, and understanding. Her response serves as a powerful reminder that we all have the ability to handle conflict with empathy, and in doing so, we can inspire others to rise above their frustrations and make a positive impact on the world. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.